Well, I do want to associate your remarks earlier on related to fellow TDs and staff in here. They do a tremendous job in an extremely difficult year. Taoireachtas, earlier this year, the government brought in a legislation around ticket touting that kind of banned above price resales, and it was obviously a very progressive piece of legislation. But there's also a practice going on, which I never heard of until very recently, called price scalping. So this practice happens when something is in kind of demand and there's not enough supply. So, for example, in relation to gaming consoles at the moment. So the thing is that somebody buys a gaming console for €500. They sell it then to one of the high street shops, which is, I'm not going to mention here, which are buy and sell products. They get a 10% premium, and then that company, which is not far from here, sell it for exorbitant amount of price, up to 75% of the retail value. So if you go online or you go down to that shop, the product would normally cost €500, costs €880. Now, obviously it's profiteering and kind of touting by another way, but is there plans to ban this practice?
Okay, Taoireachtas.
Thanks, Deputy. I hadn't heard of that practice, or at least not that term. As you mentioned, we brought in ticket touting legislation, which was the big consumer legislation for this year. Next year, we're going to have a new Consumer Protection Act, which will replace the Sale of Goods and Sale of Services Act. So it's being led by my department and Minister Troy in particular. So it is the big reform, if you like, of consumer law, and that's going to happen next year. So that might be the opportunity to deal with it.
Thank you.